Alright, we are back for the final round. On the draw, hand is decent, could use some more lands, but it's definitely a keep. The opponent's playing some type of white deck. Universal Solvent. Interesting. I haven't seen that card being played yet. It doesn't seem very good. It's a very slow Revolt enabler. I could see it being played in some type of blue-black deck that actually wants it because of improvise. In white, it seems kind of a weird card. But who knows? Who knows? I might be missing some piece of the puzzle to assess how good this is. Seems like a very medium card at best, though. Open some mono white so far. No attacks. Well, I guess unless they got a haste creature out of nowhere, an attack was not very likely anyways. Drawing a land was pretty amazing. Do I want to trade? I think it's fine. I'm playing white-green, so my opponent might be worried about me having some type of revolt. The fact that I waited a bit before attacking might make them think I don't have revolt. That being said, this block is risky because here if I go Rallier, the 3-2 for 3 that gets back the Infiltrator, they just get destroyed for no reason. But the fact that I stopped a little bit to think about my attack was kind of lame. That card is also pretty bad. It's weird to face a deck in final that seems filled with pretty medium cards. Either way, do we want to drop that or go Expertise, Aviary Mechanic? I think I'd rather play the Aether Seeder. Maybe not, actually. Aether Seeder is kind of better as a card you drop when they don't expect it and eat a creature out of nowhere. And playing Expertise with Mechanic also gives me some decent block options against that. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably fine. And no, I will not bounce anything back to my hand. Interesting. Maybe my opponent's playing a couple medium cards because they are actually mono white. That could make sense. Ooh, Ally Evasion is pretty good at getting rid of this type of things. And it's probably what I will be doing right here. Actually, no. Now that I tap my mana, it's pretty obvious what I have. I kind of like the idea of playing Leopard, and then potentially if they do nothing, I can play the Seer and force them to block with Inspector on the Leopard, and they lose a creature, which is nice. Not sure if my opponent is missing a color or just mono white. Again, because they are playing a couple medium cards, I could see them being mono white. They could have some type of tricks there. They could also have Fumigate in theory. Kinda wanna try to get my value here though. They could also just be missing a color, which is a reason to play aggressively. Yes, please. Will we get to eat the Inspector? That'd be sweet. You have to block, friend. I know it's not a good block, but you have to make it. Alright. Looks like the opponent might just be color screwed. Yeah, okay. They are playing another color. And they were lacking black. They might have kept a couple planes, one black spell, these, the companion and solvent, which seems like a very solid, I mean a very fine keep. But obviously it did not go super well for them. Fine, I'm probably just beating down with everything. If they want to eat a servo and take, I don't know, 9 damage, fine. If they want to trade with one of my creature, fine. Looks like the best play is probably trade with the 3-2 and take 7. Okay, maybe they are white-black and they have some artifact synergies, which is like operative, which is the reason why they are playing the solvent. That could, that could make sense. I'm just, I'm new to the set, and there are some strategies I don't know. There are some decks that might choose things I'm not aware of, some synergies that I haven't seen or stuff like that. This is why when I'm seeing a card that seems pretty bad to me, I'm just trying to think for a second and be like, well, why is that here? What does it give to my opponent? What's the goal? And this I can understand. I'm not super confident that Inspector is a good card though. Force Breach Prowler. Prowling around. So they can block one ground creature. Let's say they have nothing else. I don't have lethal by keeping that around. Well, you got him. I'd rather get back my responder, if anything. Okay, that's an interesting deck. I mean, so far, except for the Doomed Operative and the Code in the Bright, and I guess Trusty Companion, everything seems like sideboard material. Weird to face that deck in the final. Again, maybe I'm missing something and there's a very good white-black deck that plays all these cards, but so far it just feels weird. I think they said something in the note about the fact that they changed the matchmaking system and that if it took too long you could get paired with someone with a different result than you had. What? I think they meant to block another servo and misclicked. Yeah, okay. Because the double block seems weird. Probably gonna make this a 3-3 to make the onslaught better. It plays a little bit worse about Solvent, but if they spend their turn dissolving that thing, they still die to the other creatures. Master Trinktier. Okay, well that's a powerful card. Not gonna lie. If I'm playing 2 Prowler main deck, I might have to change my deck a little bit to make it less weak to that. I don't really mind them eating a servo, especially since I can use my Pioneer, make them a 3-2, so display better around Prowler. But there might be a couple things like this that I might want to cut. Yeah, this makes sense, I guess. Melbourne has a weird deck. I mean, 2 Prowler in the main, as well as Solvent. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to say it's wrong or anything. I don't know. It feels a little bit suboptimal though. Yeah, the Leopard was dissolved. Alright, so since they have two Prowlers, we'll probably be playing at least the Pioneer a bit differently. Game 2 and 3, if there's a game 3. Other than that, I don't have that many 1 toughness creatures. Same with Artisan, probably better to make it a 3-3. Yeah, I just have the Specialist and the Infiltrator, and I cannot really cut 2-drops, like, I need to have some 2-drops in my deck. Not sure how slow my opponent deck is. If they are really slow, maybe Wheelermaker makes sense in this matchup. I think I'm just gonna keep the same main. Like, Aegis Automaton could replace a 2-drop because it plays better around the things that give -1, but it's so much weaker than the 2 other cards, I don't love that. I think I'm just gonna submit. Alright, hand seems fine. Pretty weak to the 1-1 I was talking about before, but because of Infiltrator and the fact that I'm not doing a ton of other things. Scepter Arrest is among the best cards in my deck, so there is that too. Eagle, we are not casting that very soon. Underhanded Design. I guess that's a reason to play some artifacts that are a little bit weaker, like the Solvent. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get -1 out of the field, but oh well. I just hope I can draw lands. If this doesn't die, it can, you know, it can attack through a lot of creatures because I have a decent amount of tricks. But if my opponent has a removal, it's slightly annoying because then I'm just stuck with some tricks that I cannot choose, some creatures that cost too much. Yeah, it'd be clunky. Pretty sure if they add the 1-1, they would just be slamming it, without much second thought. So looks like they don't have it, which is good for us. Specialist and map. Okay. As I draw land. That's nice, right? Probably gonna attack. If they block, I'm gonna High Spire Infusion. I don't have anything better to do. And if they don't block, well, they don't block. It be what it be. Basically, I'm using High Spire Infusion as, you know, having another, as cast, you know, it's the same thing as if I casted another Infiltrator after damage, and I think it's something I want to be doing here, because otherwise, again, I'm not doing a ton. And it looks like they don't have the 1-1 for 1, otherwise playing map, draining me and killing my thing is a much better play, so this feels fine. Aether Inspector, alright. SRAM's Expertise. Card is not very good. I kind of want to... They might block, I guess. Oh, they did block. Okay, great. So I can keep my Scepter Arrest. Otherwise, I think I would have used Scepter Arrest, even though because if I don't, they get a token which enables the design, and it's annoying. I think they should not have blocked. I think it was not a great trade for them. But obviously they don't know that I'm stuck on land here, so there is that. The thing is, this is a land pre-match Dreadnought. What a weird deck. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it feels like I've been paired with someone who... I cannot really imagine this deck being in 2-0. But I guess you never know. Feels weird. If they go underhanded design my servant, I'm gonna save it with evasion. It seems worth it. Because I don't have any other great things to cast. And they choose not to do so though. Alright. Cool. Could see my opponent going +3/+3 fly on the Dreadnought. Hidden stockpile. That's a good one. Could be annoying. Could be annoying. Interesting that they are not killing that when, you know, I'm pretty obviously, you know, screwed. Yeah, that's a sweet combo. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright. I get it. I understand the goal, the point of this maneuver. Since I drew the construct, I'm gonna go expertise into construct. Otherwise I would have gone pioneer most likely. I could see this combo design stockpile being really good and annoying to defeat. Yeah, I think I want that. I want lands. My opponent puts a card on bottom. Alright. They cannot do that on each turn though. They can only do it on their turn, which I guess is good news, because draining one each turn, even during my turn, would be rough, especially since they could chump block each time. Not sure if maybe this is the best combo deck in the set that no one has discovered yet, and I'm completely wrong about everything. But yeah, I don't know. What? I think I'm pretty sure my opponent should have sacked the creature to get one scry, get another at the end of the turn, and trigger designs, right? Don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Felt like a good play though, right? Free scry and free drain. No blocks. Yeah. I'm gonna make this a 2/1 because I have the eagle in hand. They have no cards in hand, and this plays better around them killing the flyer with designs. I mean, the combo they assemble is cool, but they need to use it now. Like, if you are standing there not using the ability, it's kinda lame, right? Why are you not sacking? I don't know what's going on. I'm extremely puzzled. You know, a couple turns ago I felt like maybe my opponent actually has a sick combo deck that I did not know about, and now it looks like they don't want to use the combo. What a weird final. I've rarely been as puzzled as during this game. This whole match. I mean, the thing is, I can understand that some new cards you might not know the abilities, but the thing is, it looks like there's a design behind my open deck. It looks like when they build it, they thought about the interaction, and they thought about using stockpile, and I don't know, it seemed like a pretty sweet interaction and combo, but they weren't using it, so it's weird. It's like, you know, playing a storm deck and not trying to storm. Yeah, I know that that metaphor is probably not the best, but it was really weird. Alright, that was kind of a weird ending, but I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, and see you for another draft.